Hey, so we're out here at the airport today. Chris is flown in from Montreal for the week, and we got a whole bunch of testing that we're doing. So he's out in this F-type right now. We're working on a whole bunch of continued testing for some of the ancillary items that we talked about earlier, fuel system upgrade, tensioner upgrades, all this stuff to support a lot larger horsepower. You can see our F-Pace SVR in the background there. We're testing a couple more secret things on that. And Mike is just coming up from the shop with the Super-Vantage on the trailer. I think we sorted out the oil leak on that, and Chris is going to be running that down the runway and see if we can start working on the calibration to get that running properly. So, big day ahead of us. And Brandon behind the camera's even got to run back up to Area 27 and do some filming on a brand new exhaust we just finished developing for the 992 GT3. Power levels on these cars that you can. Currently, we need to be able to deliver more fuel. You want to run a bigger blower, you need that. If you want to run E85, you definitely need that because E85 requires a much higher fuel volume than pump fuel does. So being able to supply enough both with the low pressure side and with the high pressure side is critical. So out here today, we've got fuel pumps that we're working on with our own SVR, just doing some fine tuning and data logging. Last time we were out here, we still had a little bit of clutch slippage, which the boys later traced to be a core plug in the back of the engine that someone had cross-drilled the crank into and oil was coming out. We think we got it. Chris is in here in town from Montreal. Going to take the car out here and see if it's slipping, start grabbing a few logs and see if we can't tune this thing up. So we better go find out. Okay, so when we started the car up, you were at a 2 that time. What's your confidence interval today?
Well, I mean, my confidence was if it would start, right? No, we know it starts.
It starts.
Hopefully it doesn't slip. I mean, there's no more oil, right?
Yeah, we can't run it on the street, so we haven't run it hard enough to get any oil pressure in it. But
there's no more oil, right?
Mike, what's your confidence interval? Mike's a 10.
It's it's got to be 10. I mean,
10 out of 10, baby. Okay.
All right, I think 10.
Times now, it's ours now.
Let's do it.
All right.
All right. Your supercharger whine, and I don't hear any clutch slippage. I don't think that was full throttle, but
Oh, there's a little bit of smoke on the brake there.
it's just dust. It's just dust from the runway. It's like one time when we were watching Formula One, I think, and I said something about a brake fire, and my wife's like, "His brakes are on fire?" I was like, don't worry, it's just a brake fire. It'll go out.
Just keep driving.
It doesn't seem like it's slipping, but I think the timing is low. So it doesn't have a lot of power up there. I'm going to try it again.
Okay. So he says it doesn't sound like it's slipping. Doesn't feel like it has a ton of power, so maybe not quite getting enough timing. So he's going to run it again, but it's a good sign, and we can maybe mess around with the map and throw a little more timing at it and see how it does. It's just a brake fire. It's just a brake fire. It'll blow itself out.
Just roll it out.
You can always go in the gravel. Don't ask me how I know. I've never run it. That is the man right there, Chris Edgett. our tuner extraordinaire. He's in town from Montreal. We are here at Area 27 taking the Super-Vantage out for a shakedown. We kind of got most of the bugs worked out. Got a wide bend in there so we can log the AFR and see what it looks like. And we thought, what better place to do it than here? We're 7 minutes from our shop. We rolled up here on a Thursday afternoon. There's 4 people here. We pretty much got the track to ourselves. Now Chris is just burning a couple laps. Want to have a listen and see how it sounds. Have a look.
I got no power. Oh, it's the traction, fucking traction control. This is where we go slow because of the decibel meter. We don't want to trip it, get kicked off the track. When you're going left, all of a sudden, I don't know if something's touching the frame.
Yeah.
Or if I was running out of oil. So.
I'll shut her down.
Might not start up.
Well, we can always winch it onto the trailer if we need to. Did you have fun though?
Of course.
Is it fast?
It's fast. Yeah, it is.
Nice.
It's better than a Vantage, like a regular 4.3 or 4.7.
Well, I hope so.
Yeah. It's definitely got a lot of power.
Yeah. Nice. It sounded great.
Yeah.
All right, we'll figure out what it is.
Feel like? Feels good, but we have some issue with something touching. I'm not sure if it's the exhaust touching or if I'm just caving the wheel into the fender. I don't feel it. But yeah, when we're going left, for whatever reason, we're getting a lot of something grinding, vibrating. It's hard to tell when you're alone in the car, but there's something up. And I know that the downpipe on the passenger side, it goes really close to the frame rail. We had a wideband that was there before and actually crushed it just because of the engine moving itself. It actually almost snapped it off. So we changed the bung location, but I'm guessing something else is there. It's the only thing I can think of. Or it's the wheel. Tire pressure, I think, is too much too, so we started getting a little sliding around. But we came in because we started noticing that noise, and then the engine was making a tick. Not sure if it's just low on oil, but it's always good to check things out before you go heavy on it some more, right? So that's where we're at now. We're going to check oil level. Stuart's just getting some, well, aspires to get some more paper so we can check the oil level, and we'll go from there. But yeah, it was a fun time.
How did it feel as far as, let's say, the engine performance?
Performance is there. I know that the tune isn't, the tune is good, it's conservative, right? Because we are still messing around with it. Lambda is around 11.5. Timing, I think, is way down at like 6 degrees at peak versus something on a naturally aspirated, we like 29 degrees. So we're way down there on the timing with the boost, obviously. The engine is a lower compression, so it's all there. It's just we got to play around with it a little bit more to get some more power out of it. But it feels like an old, I want to say Porsche, but yeah, like a Porsche with a big ass turbo. That's what it feels like. It just kicks in at like 4,000 or 5,000 RPM, and it's just like takes you away with this 4-tick charger. So it's like night and day. You do have power down low, but a lot of that power is up top. It's really like pushing a damn button, and then you get all this power. It's addictive. So when you're driving on the track, you're obviously above 5,000, so you're always in that power. But when you're taking off, I guess it's a good thing too for some people because you don't want to roast your tires as soon as you're taking off with something like this. So it kicks in when you really need it. So I think that's pretty cool. But it's a nice kit. It really is. keeps the air down. It was never knocking on me. So with this water, I think this is what was this water? Yeah, water to air. So it's really nice versus something air to air on the front. Some of the kits out there, they just use like a water meth. I don't even think it's meth. It's actually just water injection, and that helps them with their tunes. But this is a whole other field, man. This is a whole other market. This is really nice. 2, 1, yeah, 2.
Aren't you going into that like 210 though, like 220?
Oh yeah, I'm way over that. Like I'm maxing out 4th. I can shift to 5th, but I don't want to go too fast, and I don't trust the brakes too much.
This doesn't have race pads in it. It's just road car pads.
Yeah.
They're fine. They work, but you can't really push that hard because you're going to have a bit of a... What was it? It's just... What was the line? Don't worry about it. It's just a brake fire. It's just a brake fire.
Yeah, and I don't want to melt the center caps. So...
Okay. So we'll make sure we're all ready.
Surprised we still have them.
Turn that guy off.
Perfect. All right, so same deal, right? Like thumbs up if I ask, thumbs down if you're ready to puke.
Sounds good, buddy.
Here we go again. Feel how it kicks in though at like 5,000. It's like a fucking turbo. It's almost like pressing a nitrous button. It's really, really fucking cool. It's all right. We're just managing with it. Like here, we were a little sideways. This, it kicks out. You don't feel it that much. It's doing pretty good. You can even hear it in the RPM, how it just like picks up.
Yeah, I feel like the engines feel like dipped down a bit, like the 6 gear.
Yeah.
Great.
This is awesome. We have an entire track to ourselves.
So nice.
It's like as if we just rented it and like popped out a gear on that time. I think we gotta address the shifter linkage too, because it's not where the gear should be. All little things that we gotta fix. It's okay. Right there, I go to 5th when you're ready to brake.
Yeah. 2 more laps, I would have puked, for sure. I still might, now that like we're stopped, I'm like, holy.
Everyone says they're fine. Well,
Melted the caps.
just a brake fire.
Yeah, and I don't want to melt the center caps. We just got the stickers, but those are all gummy and I don't want to touch it. I'm gonna get melted plastic on my hand.
Oopsie.
They 2-way tape them.
Well, at least you got the brakes hot.
Yeah, we got them hot. Tires are hot.
You had fun?
I had fun. I had
Nice.
fun. Better than sitting in an office doing files for the day.
It's fast.
Yeah.
Okay, well, sounds good. I still haven't driven it, so maybe I'll be next. Can we stick these back on?
Yeah, well, they're little gummy.
Oh, that's hot. Oh, that is hot.